So, you're thinking about a car in Malaysia, but wow, those new car prices, huh?
Yeah, they can be pretty steep.
Exactly. So today we're diving into the world of used cars here. Is it actually a smart move? We've got loads of info, pricing, legal stuff, the works.
And the goal really is to help you figure out if going secondhand is right for you, especially if you're on a budget.
Right. Let's go through the noise.
Okay, so first off, why used cars? It really boils down to those high excise duties on new vehicles.
Ah, yeah, the duties, they could be what, like 60 to over 100%?
Exactly, based on engine size. So straight away, a used car becomes, well, a much more realistic option for a lot of people, students, first jobbers, families.
Makes perfect sense. Okay, let's talk positives. What are the big wins, especially for, the wallet?
Well, the biggest one is definitely affordability. That initial depreciation on a new car is brutal.
Like, how much are we talking?
Often 20, even 30% just in the first year. So
Yeah.
buying used, you skip that huge hit.
Okay, so you could potentially get, like, a better model or higher specs for the same cash.
Precisely.
Yeah.
And it doesn't stop there. Insurance and road tax, usually cheaper for older, lower value cars, so longer term savings too.
Gotcha. Cheaper up front, cheaper down the line. What else?
Variety, huge selection out there, including models they don't even make anymore. And you usually get the car much faster, no waiting lists.
Ah, good point. No 6-month wait.
Right. And interestingly, after that first owner takes the big depreciation hit, the value of a used car tends to drop much more slowly, so your resale value can be more stable.
Okay. Didn't think about that. And there's an environmental angle too, right?
Yeah, you could say that. Buying used supports more of a circular economy, less demand for new manufacturing, and sometimes, you can still find certified pre-owned cars that come with some kind of warranty.
Okay, so lots of upsides. But let's be real. What are the downsides? The potential headaches.
Yeah, this is important. The main thing is maintenance risk.
Oh.
Older car, more wear and tear.
Right.
Megan.
Stands to reason.
Cars over 5 years old especially are just more prone to needing potentially major repairs and warranties, usually limited or just not there at all.
So you're kind of on your own if something goes wrong soon after buying.
Often, yes. Unless you buy a specific certified pre-owned vehicle or maybe purchase an extended warranty separately, then there's the risk of hidden problems.
Like what? Bad accidents?
Yeah, undisclosed accident damage, maybe flood damage, even odometer tampering rolling back the mileage. There are services that check history using the VIN, which helps. Recon cars, those imported used ones, can be even trickier history-wise.
Okay, that sounds risky. Anything else?
Financing. Expect higher interest rates on loans for used cars compared to new. And, well, older cars might lack the latest safety features or fancy infotainment systems.
Right. No giant touch screen, maybe.
Yeah.
And less choice on color and specific features, I guess.
Exactly. You get what's available. And locally sourced cars keep their original number plates. Oh, and potentially higher road tax on really old cars, depending on regulations.
Okay, lot to watch out for. So how do you spot trouble? What should you be looking at specifically?
You need to be thorough. Check the engine, any leaks, weird noises, smoke from the exhaust. How does it start? Overheating.
Mm-hmm.
Check the transmission. Is it shifting smoothly? Any slipping? Test the aircon. Is it cold? Any funny smells? Listen for clunks from the suspension. How do the brakes feel? Spongy. Squealing.
Right, check all the mechanicals. What about the body and interior?
Look hard for rust, especially around the roof, wheel arches, under the carpets. Check for dents, scratches, and mismatched paint. That's a big clue for accident repairs. Uneven panel gaps, too.
Okay.
Inside, look for tears, stains, heavily worn pedals or steering wheel. Sniff for mold or dampness. And don't forget the tires, check the tread depth, and look for uneven wear.
Got it. Seems like a lot.
Uh.
Are there, like, popular models in Malaysia that are generally safer bets used?
Well, some definitely have a reputation. The Perodo Amavi, everyone knows the Amavi, right? Fuel-efficient, parts are cheap, holds its value surprisingly well. Depreciation might be around, say, 33–50% over 5 years.
Okay, the Myvi's a classic.
What else? The Proton Saga is another solid budget choice. Pretty reasonable depreciation, too, maybe 47% in 5 years. If you want something a bit more modern, the Honda City holds its value well. Maybe 33–39% loss in 5 years. And the Toyota Vios, super reliable, low maintenance, fantastic resale.
The Vios really holds up.
Oh, yeah. Even a 10-year-old first-gen Vios might still keep 30–40% of its value. It's quite remarkable.
Wow. And price-wise, these can range quite a bit depending on the year and condition.
Absolutely. You might find an older Myvi or Saga for under RM10,000, while newer used ones or the City Vios could be anywhere from, say, RM18,000 up to Nearly RM 60,000 for a late model maybe.
Right. So say you found a car, you've kicked the tires. What's the actual buying process like, the transfer stuff?
Okay, so you've done your visual check, test drive.
Mhm.
Definitely get a pre-purchase inspection or PPI from a mechanic you trust. It's worth the money.
Get a pro to look at it. Makes sense.
Then there's the mandatory Pusakokom inspection. It's required for the ownership transfer and if you're getting a loan. Costs about RM 30 to RM 60. They check its identity, illegal mods, window tint, that sort of thing.
Right. The official check.
You book it online usually. Then, for the actual ownership transfer at the JPJ office, both the buyer and seller typically need to be there for biometric fingerprint verification.
Ah, okay. Both need to show up.
Usually. You need documents like the grant, IC copies, specific JPJ forms, the PUSPACOM report, insurance. There's a transfer fee around RM 100. Then the buyer sorts out the new road tax and insurance. Online transfer via MySICAP is also an option now.
Okay. Seems manageable if you know the steps, but the price you agree on isn't the real total cost, is it?
No, not even close. You have to factor in those potentially higher finance charges, the depreciation, even though it's slower. It's still a cost petrol, obviously. Maintenance and repairs, which will likely be higher than a new car, road tax, insurance, parking, tolls.
So all the usual running costs plus potentially higher repairs and interest.
Exactly. And over, say, 5 years, depreciation is often still the single biggest cost, even for a used car, just less than for a new one.
Good point. Where should people actually look for these used cars?
Loads of places now. Online marketplaces are huge. Muda is the biggest. Carlist, Got My is popular. Then you have platforms like Carsom and Acaro that focus on certified cars with inspections and
Those
warranties.
sound a bit safer, maybe.
They often offer more peace of mind, yeah. Fixed prices, inspection reports, sometimes money-back guarantees. But you also have traditional dealerships, some specializing in used cars, and even manufacturer-certified pre-owned programs from brands like Perodua, Honda, Toyota. They might be slightly pricier, but offer more assurance.
So plenty of options. What about rights? As a buyer, what protection do you have if you end up with a dud?
Well, you do have some protection. The Consumer Protection Act 1999 provides implied guarantees about quality. You can potentially file a claim at the Consumer Claims Tribunal for issues up to RM 50,000.
Okay, that's good to know.
There are also laws regulating secondhand dealers and hire purchase agreements. And there's talk, of potentially stronger lemon laws specifically for used cars in the future, which would be interesting.
Right. So bring it all together. Is buying used in Malaysia a smart financial move? What's the verdict?
I'd say it absolutely can be. If you do your homework, it's often a very sound decision financially. The lower purchase price, the slower depreciation after the initial hit, the potentially lower running costs, those are significant pluses.
But the key is homework.
Absolutely. You have to be aware of the risks, mainly maintenance and hidden issues. Thorough inspection, maybe getting that professional check is really non-negotiable, I think. But yeah, the market is big, lots of choices, lots of resources to help you.
Great insights, really helpful stuff. So here's a final thought for everyone listening. If Malaysia does bring in stronger consumer protection, those lemon laws maybe, specifically for used cars, how do you think that might change things? How could it affect the market and maybe even your own choices next time you're looking for a vehicle?
Definitely something to ponder.
Food for thought.
Hmm.
Thanks for diving deep with us today.